Minister, Excellencies, esteemed colleagues and partners, this year, as we heard, is the 10th time that we meet in Business Forum Greece, Sweden, and it is an honor to speak about the strong and growing cooperation between our countries. The so many prominent representatives of Greek and Swedish business community gathered here today speak for themselves. This is all thanks to the Hellenic Swedish Chamber of Commerce, which has managed to put together a program that directly touches on the most important challenges and opportunities that we are facing today. The Chamber has developed into a driving force for our business relations. I know it's already one of the most active chambers in Greece and that you are now raising your ambitions even further. Greece has indeed made an impressive journey over the last few years. With a steady growth of more than 2%, Greece outperforms most European countries. Public debt is declining sharply. This exceptional stability is noted with envy in other parts of the continent, and it makes Greece an increasingly interesting partner for Sweden and for our companies. The fact that you are now moving forward in areas such as digitalization and green transition underlines this even more. Here you are at the forefront in an area where Swedish companies have a particularly strong expertise. Sweden is a reliable partner that has a lot to offer Greece in the further development of its economy. We are, according to the Commission, the most innovative country in Europe, and we're the second most innovative country globally. This builds on a long tradition of entrepreneurship and innovation that goes all the way back to Alfred Nobel. We spend around 3.5% of our GDP annually on research and development. This is driven not by government, but by private sector, where the bulk of the money is also spent. The state provides the framework for this by creating an environment where business can grow. A fine illustration of this are the more than 30 science parks where industry, academia, and the public sector are working closely together. I know that a Greek delegation is visiting one of those in Linköping very soon, where we have a focus on innovation in the defense sector, a topic that is also going to be discussed this afternoon. Sweden is a relatively small country, but with many large global companies. ABB, AstraZeneca, Spotify, H&M, IKEA, Ericsson, SKF, Volvo, Saab, I could go on. Most of them are active in Greece and represented here today. They are working on a global market out of a small market at home. To work with companies like that provides many opportunities and advantages. They have building true partnerships as a core of their business model, where the products and services follow transfer of technology, technical cooperation, and exchange, all in the framework of a long-term partnership. Our new and innovative companies are following a similar strategy. My message here is that Sweden, as well as Swedish companies, are reliable partners, partners you can trust. Two of the areas with most potential for cooperation is going to be discussed here today. I'm thinking about energy, which is a topic high on the political agenda in both our countries. Swedish companies are market leader in several areas, such as Hitachi Energy in the field of HVDC technology. Another topic high on everyone's agenda is, of course, defense, given the turbulent times we live in that we heard about already today. And not the least then on defense innovation. This is an area where all European countries are facing serious challenges. Even though we are situated in different parts of the continent with different security environments, it's clear that there are many areas here where we can cooperate to mutual benefit. The recent visit to Greece of our Chief of Defense, General Mikael Claesson, marks a good starting point. The next step will be to define the areas of cooperation in greater detail. In a time of global uncertainty, geopolitical tensions, and technological transformation, it is more important than ever that we also strengthen our competitiveness within the EU. The internal market is one of the EU's greatest assets. A strengthened single market is a prerequisite for EU competitiveness, productivity, and industrial resilience, it should be. In recent years, Sweden has actively pushed this agenda within the EU to strengthen the free movement of services, an area where significant barriers still remain. We have proposed regulatory simplifications, improved digital infrastructure, and increased transparency for companies operating across borders. Further work needs to be done to deal with complicated rules on packaging, different requirements of recycling, difficulties to send staff to other countries, and many other areas. Greece, for its part, has been a strong voice for improving transport and energy infrastructure within the EU. Also, this is crucial for the internal market to function efficiently. Together, we work to create a market where small and medium-sized enterprises have the same opportunities as large corporations. We work for a market where companies spend more time on doing business and less time on complicated bureaucracy. Over the past year, the Swedish government has taken several initiatives to enhance competitiveness within the EU. We have actively promoted improved access to capital for industrial companies, simplified rules for cross-border operations, and a strengthened innovation climate through EU research programs. When it comes to free trade, also our countries stand side by side in defending an open and rule-based trading system. Sweden continues to push for the completions of negotiations on free trade agreements with Mercosur, Indonesia, India, and Mexico, something that will benefit both the Greek and the Swedish economies. We see free trade as a tool to promote innovation, create jobs, and strengthen the EU's strategic autonomy. Greece has emphasized the importance of ensuring that the EU trade relations also contribute to stability in neighboring regions, particularly in the Mediterranean. This balance between economic interest and geopolitical responsibility is something we both value. Our shared vision is not just words. It is reflected in joint initiatives, cooperation within EU Council configurations, and concrete projects that strengthen our economies and societies. One example is our joint effort to promote digital skills and education through EU innovation programs, where both Sweden and Greece are active participants. Let us, finally, ladies and gentlemen, continue to build on this common foundation for a stronger Europe, for a competitive and interconnected and open union, for the benefit of our customers, our shareholders, and as the minister pointed out, our most valuable asset, our people. Thank you.